Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Monday, February 28th, 4:01 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. It is the last day of February. March is about to happen. I can dig it. The week has started, a new month is starting. Well, tomorrow that is, and I can dig it. I like a change of cycles these days. Okay, so the market, as you may have noticed, we're all wondering, is it going to pump or dump come Monday morning? And well, it definitely is pumping. At least Bitcoin and the crypto market in general is. So let's look at what's going on. First, a little bit, first, of course, bitcoindailyview.com got more for you there. But check out just a little bit of news. ECB's Lagarde urges immediate crypto regulation to stop Putin in evading sanctions. So I wonder, with Bitcoin just suddenly right now pumping, and it was pumping earlier today too, but it's really pumping right now. Is Russia buying the Bitcoin? I mean, high octane speculation, but could it be Russian citizens? Could it be just global citizens? I mean, when investors are panicked, they go to cash. When they're scared, they go to gold. But what about when you just have in general global uncertainty, especially with your countries? Especially with the sanctions that are going around that maybe sure you can aim them at Russia, but they hurt the world economy. Could Russia be too big to fail ultimately? I mean, hey, banks were, so maybe a country is. Anyway, with that said, are the Russians buying the Bitcoin? Ukrainians buying it? Americans buying it? In a time of global uncertainty, war, maybe even, well, I don't think it's going to be any kind of nuclear conflict, but really, this is an interesting time. Could this time equal buying Bitcoin? Would not surprise me, especially with bank runs happening in Russia. People are going, well, I'm not going to go to the bank, and try to get cash out. I'm gonna log in at Coinbase or wherever they can, whatever systems they use. I'm just gonna buy Bitcoin and ride this out. So anyway, just high octane speculation. I think the Russians are buying Bitcoin. Maybe the Russian government is. Elon Musk sent Starlink over to Ukraine. This is interesting. I won't even comment other than he sent it. It's there. Could I do some more high octane speculation just for fun? Okay, so the internet, I think, is working in Ukraine anyway right now. So what happens when Starlink is working for the Ukrainian citizens, soldiers, and kind of like pseudo NATO forces that are kind of there, right? EU forces. Anyway, in general, you've got that happens, but then what happens when the internet gets cut off? Boom, to the country. Well, then where does that leave the Russian? Federation, basically, I believe is what you would call it. Or what happens if it clicks the other way? We'll find out which side Elon's on. With that said, and I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not pro-Ukraine. I'm not pro-Russian. I'm just anti-NATO, to be honest with you. Bitcoin, 43,355. That's amazing. In general, this market today is green. Alts are doing great. Bitcoin's doing great. It's a wonderful day. We had a run-up this morning. Now we just had a serious pump. I can dig that. Looking at the world indices, even with a lot of uncertainty going on, we have a mix of green and red in the market, and who you'd expect to be green is green, and who you'd expect to be red is red. SPX is down about. Actually, let's look at SPX and let's look at our local, our American markets indices as we go along. In general, a mix of green and red. I'm surprised to see the SPX red today. Dow Jones is red right now. Let's actually look at that as we move along. As far as volume goes, we had pretty good volume today. We were at like 4 something, and now for Bitcoin trading explicitly, I think we just jumped like 1 billion recently in the last like hour or two. So definitely we're at like 4 something billion. Now we're at 5 billion. I think it was like 4.5. Now we're like 5.5. So definitely a huge jump. Binance is where we're seeing a lot of this volume, and Coinbase is doing pretty well. Other exchanges, nothing about where I would expect them to be. Bitfinex doing a lot of volume. Kraken, cool. Anyway, Nito, definitely Bitcoin trading volume explicitly is looking very good, and this usually represents retail trading. So retail trading is happening. Makes you wonder, did Russia just buy 1 billion worth? Are the citizens buying it? It's interesting. Anyway, it's really, really interesting. I wonder, like I say, investors, traders panic. they go to cash. When they're scared, they go to gold. Maybe in times of global uncertainty, they go to Bitcoin. Just saying. Hey, interesting thought. So that was like 5 billion over there, 5.5 billion. But cryptometer.io is saying 3.6 billion. Usually it says higher, and today it is not. So that's kind of interesting. It's saying 3.6 billion. We're up 47% last 24 hours. Buys are up 64%, and sell orders are down 30%. I'll take it. Okay, looking at spot trading on Binance, we've got 19 billion last 24 hours, up 35%. I can dig that. Coinbase, excitedly, is actually up way over 3 billion. It's at 4 billion, up 66%. So grandma's definitely buying. Them Russians, they're buying their Bitcoin on Coinbase. And FTX is doing quite well today too, 2.6 billion, and Kraken 1.4 billion. I mean, this is like pretty darn wonderful. So we got some serious volume on the big exchanges. KuCoin looking great. I mean, this is wonderful. So we definitely have powerful volumes. And usually I'll only kind of look at Binance because the other exchanges really aren't doing much. But crypto.com coming in at just about 2 billion. That's friggin' crazy. It never does volume like that. Bitfinex doing okay. Gate.io 1.2 billion. That little thing's probably screaming. Huobi, don't know much about it, but 1.8 billion. KuCoin 2.7 billion. I like seeing that. It's a good exchange. Kraken 1.4. FTX basically 2.6 billion. Coinbase 4 billion. Binance 19.3 billion. So definitely we've got crazy volume, and we have a lot of volume on exchanges, real jumps where I don't usually see it. So I'll take it. That's wonderful. Derivatives on Binance above 75 billion is a very good day. We're at 72 billion, up 36% recently, last 24 hours. That's wonderful. So definitely we've got Bitcoin trading volume really good, really strong, and spot trading is definitely rocking across the big exchanges. So way to go, Ruskies. Okay. Anyway, sorry, my microphone kind of gets in my way. Here we go. There we are. Let's see if you probably still hear me. Okay, so longs 50%, shorts 49% for Bitcoin on Binance. With this kind of volatility right now, I'm not even going to give that a lot of weight. It's kind of 50-50. All right, indecisive. So much volatility. Who would really be longing or shorting at this very moment? Okay, Binance 57% long, 42% short on Ethereum. Ethereum definitely has a long bias. Looking at Bitcoin, okay, so we ran up this morning. This is longs versus shorts. This is buys and sells positions, and we got kind of out of a gradual sideways for a while. We had a pump. We did a gradual sideways throughout most of the day, and we just seriously ran up. Now we're kind of retracing. That's to be expected. Look down here at all this insane buy volume today, and especially just now, shorts got wrecked. Holy short squeeze. Look at that $1.9 million buy right here. It appears to be bouncing if we look. A run up this morning, sideways action, a bam, an explosion, and now we're coming down to probably some level of support. I would imagine, of course, obviously, right? And we're starting to find some traction. Are we going to continue moving up? Let's see if we see some buy traffic coming here. Definitely today has been a harder day for the shorters than the longers, and that means that it was a good day and God is with us. So with that said, look at that $1.9 million buy. Even at this up here at this extended range, 41,700 basically we're at right about now. And people are still putting in the big buys, the manual ones. That's what I see. The automated trading is happening here, of course, with the big dogs. But I'm seeing some shorts and some longs for $1.4 million shorts. Usually those are, somebody has to approve that when there's somebody doing some high end like that's the people who are worth hundreds of millions, or financial institutions that are doing some serious scalping at that point. Anyway, a 673 million buy. Seeing some nice big buys. I like that. Lots of longs and shorts today getting wrecked, but more shorts than longs. So I like to see that. Okay, S&P 500 today. It's weird. Just so I got mixed signals over at that. Where was that? Over here, looking at the big indices. Yeah, that says down 0.24%. Anyway, guys, I don't want to look at it too long, but yeah, there's S&P. I thought it didn't seem to match what I was seeing here on the chart. S&P 500 on the 1 day. It's a green candle today. A little bit of an indecisive doji there, but still a green candle overall. I think the market's closed. Yeah, it would be closed by now. It's above the 314 moving average. It has to challenge that 200 moving average, the white one there. But it just wicked up to the 21 WM, the 20 WMA. That's kind of cool. 50 moving average is a ways away. It's above the 100 at this point. So anyway, SPX didn't really move a whole lot today, but it did actually at least close with a green candle. I like seeing that. The dollar strength index, DXY, crazy wick towards the upside. Indecisive doji, if you ask me, but we are above all the important moving averages. Close with a green candle. I like it. So that was that. Let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Dow. Yep. I mean, it actually, I think, managed to just barely close above the 50 moving average with a green candle. I like seeing that. How about the RUT? RUT is below the important moving averages, but did challenge and get above the 20 WMA today, so that's kind of positive. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. Maybe we'll challenge that 50 moving average tomorrow. So in general, at least we didn't dump in the markets today. That's kind of good to see. Gold was a green candle today. Silver was a green candle today. Gold is above all important moving averages. Silver is above the 200 moving average, and that's good enough. And of course, all the other important moving averages. So silver down here on the bottom looking good. Gold looking really, really good. So silver's moving up, gold's moving up. Daily candles, daily chart, of course, for Bitcoin is pretty remarkable. As you can see, this extreme candle we've had today, which is still kind of moving upward, 43,194 this very second. We broke above the 20 WMA, the 50 moving average. We're above the 50 moving average. I can't quite imagine retracing down past it again. So being above the 50 moving average on the daily is a big deal. 200 is still a ways away, but being above the 50 is a very, very important thing, and we are. So daily chart looking really, really strong. And let's look at the daily MACD. Oh, go on now. Daily MACD, this is a big deal. Daily MACD with today's move did turn positive. That's definitely going to fire up a lot of investor sentiment. I like what I'm seeing. All right, 4-hour chart. You can see here. I mean, bam! This is freaking massive. It's challenging the top of the RSI cave. This is just so much upward velocity. How do you even deal with this? But I mean, the 4-hour chart here is looking very, very powerful. All the indicators are looking good. A while back, I did do a fib sequence here, like from here to here. And look at that. I mean, we're top of the range. We're above the 236. That's just wonderful. Let's see if we can find support there. You know, even if we pumped today and then came down to the 382, like if we closed above, let's say, 41,000, that would be wonderful. That'd be a great place to work it. But in the 4-hour chart, we bursted above the 200 moving average and the 314 rather quickly, got a blue diamond merit badge, and the sky is the limit. I mean, 4-hour chart is just looking swanky and beautiful. It's a powerful day. Powerful day. Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart, just to kind of see what's going on here. Let's go to the 45 first. 45-minute chart. Let me get rid of that Fibonacci sequence. Yeah, 45-minute chart. Directional index is still in the green. ADX is in the right spot. SME binary squeeze indicators are looking good. Squeeze indicators looking good. SME binary candles looking good. KRI is looking good. Stochastic RSI has kind of been saying we're overbought all day, but who cares? Screw it. It doesn't run the world. And the wave channel study by Lazy Bear is definitely saying, wow, we're overbought, but now it's boom, going even further into hyperspace. So could there be a retrace? Maybe. We'll see. All about how far will it really, retrace if it does. So we'll watch. But I mean, in general, looking at this, I did note, looking at the 4-hour chart here, if we pull a little bit of time in here on the 4-hour chart, you can see that Bitcoin is starting to kind of chill a little bit right around where we have had previous support and resistance in the chart. So that's actually a fair enough spot for it to do so. Let's see what happens if we close here in the 4-hour chart above the 200 moving average, which is pretty much like 40,000. That's a wonderful thing. This is a powerful burst. This kind of action here usually means we're going to have an upwards move. Also, something else that I do like, this is in my trading methodology. I really love setups like this because you have this a beautiful uptrend up, right? Then you have this like give it all back, and then finally you break above that 200 moving average. And if you can do it nice and powerfully with that blue diamond merit badge, then you are really, really, really doing good. So with that said, this is a powerful breakout. I think personally, I'm going to take it. It's starting to. We didn't even expect it. I would have been happier, not happier, but I've been happy today if we'd have stayed around here and came down and then retraced a bit and came down and like tested the 200 moving average and then continued up. I mean, this is like just wonderful, and this kind of a push where we're at right now. I mean, yeah, definitely. If we can do a retrace that, sorry about that. If we find a retrace that stays, above that 236 fib line, above like 42,779. If we can close above that, that'd be great support. If we do retrace a bit, that's understandable. Like I say, if we can stay above, like, let's just say 41,000, that's going to keep us above the 382 fib level, and that's wonderful. This is great. But really, any close above the 200 moving average here on the 4-hour chart today, which is right around 40,000, that's just a great thing. So unless we retrace some drastic, ridiculous amount, and come down like back to the 618 golden pocket here, I think we're going to be good. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I imagine you are too. Strong pump. And also looking like at the 45-minute chart here, it does look a little bit abrupt. It looks kind of like a, pump and dump group, it does, but it isn't. One thing you want to note here is that looking at the trading methodology that I tend to follow, is you see these little purple squares here. Those are, breaks above the 200 moving average here in the 45-minute chart. And of course, we had a break above the 200 and the 314 within 2 candles, get you a blue diamond merit badge. And so ultimately, we also, this red moving average right here, we never got that far away from it. We did, but we snapped back. Now we're kind of pushing again. We'll probably come down a bit to get back to that 8 moving average. It's the 8 moving average. You'll never stay too far above or below it. It's like a magnet. You're going to pull back to it. But I mean, definitely, Bitcoin's given a lot back recently. And the directional index is in the green, still in the green. ADX is moving up. The squeeze indicators looking good. SME binary candles are looking good. KRI is looking good. Stochastic RSI and wave channel oscillator by Lazy Bear are both saying overbought, but doesn't matter. They can do that for days if they want. This is a powerful move. It'll retrace some probably, but don't be surprised if we don't find a sideways at 43,000. Let's see what happens. It's already given a bit back if you look at that wick. So I am kind of confident that no matter how much it retraces, unless it's a ridiculous amount, we are definitely in bull mode. Thanks, Russians, for buying the Bitcoin. Well, since your banks are probably having issues, But think about it. If you're a Russian and you're sitting there and you're like, well, what am I going to do? There's a lot of sanctions. The SWIFT is, I'm definitely, well, the ruble also, think about it. The ruble is at like an all-time low. So, I mean, if you're sitting there going, what am I going to do? Well, you can't really get to the bank and take your money out, especially if you have a good deal there. You could try to do foreign exchange, trade against other currency. But really, if you could, buy the Bitcoin or other cryptos, but you buy the Bitcoin, and especially if you have a hardware device, you could be like, I'm safe. I got something. And, this is definitely probably going to perform better than the ruble. You know what I mean? Just a thought. Anyway, guys, XRP, I don't want to go through all the alts because you know what? They're all doing about the same thing. All the alts are doing really, really well. XRP blasted off at the fib sequences I have drawn it. It definitely has made it above the 0.5 fib level today. I dig that. It's wonderful to see. Hopefully it'll hold that ADA versus USDT. It broke above the 200 and 314 recently. It's looking beautiful. Top of the RSI cave. It's pushing today. Indicators look great. ADA versus USDT. Good day for ADA. HBAR versus USDT. Very, very good day for it. It got a blue diamond merit badge. I expect this one to continue up. This one's actually forming up really, really well. HBAR versus USDT. Definitely a nice alt trade, but Bitcoin's doing kind of good anyway, so why bother? Sol versus USDT. Insane. Solana versus USDT blasting the crap off. Strong looking chart. Doing a slight retrace right now. It will probably actually, if you look at that, sorry about that. If you look at Sol versus USDT, and then you look at so Sol versus USDT here on the here's BTC versus USDT 45-minute chart. You see that? Then look at Sol versus USDT. these charts are looking pretty darn similar. Their price action today. So let me get that straight. BTC versus USDT, Sol versus USDT. Very, very similar price action. Sol, definitely a strong project. Do not be surprised if in 2022 we see Sol jump on top of Ethereum, jump above Ethereum on the top 10 cryptos. Do not be surprised. If it sounds impossible, well, hey, nations invading a major superpower and invading another nation in 2022 seemed impossible, right? A couple of days ago. Well, it wasn't. So high octane speculation, Solana surpassing Ethereum on coin market cap. You watch. It could happen. Luna versus BTC. This thing has been a rocket ship to Pluto. It's just been running. How these indicators look, it's just getting started. It's kind of retraced a bit today. Damn. Luna versus BTC. And Luna is it's a coin that I like right now because it's performing well enough to stay in front of BTC. It's kind of a way to make more sats. Beautiful chart. This thing is just beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah, not financial advice, but not a bad trade if you want some more sats. Okay, Link versus USDT. I shouldn't actually recommend Luna versus BTC. I've been loving it. I shouldn't say that. I'm just saying I love what I've been seeing. This upwards channel that it's been in has just been glorious. I just love it. I mean, this thing has just been a rocket ship for a while. It's just that it's so run up and it's top of the RSI cave. I mean, everything looks good as far as indicators, but how far can something run? I think if I was going to do Luna versus BTC, I kind of want to wait and see what BTC does as far as its pump and its possible retrace, and maybe catch like Luna versus BTC on something like a bottom of the channel bounce before I would hop in. As I think that would kind of match the pattern we're seeing here. So I'm gonna wait for Luna to get to a bottom of some sort. And then start moving up here within that channel, see what the big picture, see how it rolls out tomorrow or tonight. There'll be an entry for Luna BTC, but right now not for me. I don't like entering things that are going to do this that I can kind of predict. I mean, of course, it could very well, end up running up like this, like that, but still, I'm going to watch this one, and I really want to get in, here. I don't like buying here because it's going to put you in the red, and I want to be only in the green, or when I hit the red, I want to have some nice gains before my trailing take profit nixes the trade and sells it in profit. All right, Link versus USDT. This one is wonderful. Everyone likes Link. I love this chart. One of the reasons I really like it is a 45-minute chart. This is something that I like seeing right here. Really, Link has definitely had a powerful run up in the past. And things tend to do again what they have done. Makes sense, right? So if we look, we've definitely been giving it all back for a while. Definitely cooled off big time, especially if you compare it to the recent friggin' insane high we had here. Well, anyway, I wanted to point this out that Link, and look what was happening before it actually took off. Sorry about that. Look what was happening before it took off. All those pink squares, those are all 200 moving average challenges, bounces. I mean, basically crosses. Those equal kind of a build in velocity and consolidation. So we had a 200 and a 314 moving average break. Boom, blue diamond merit badge, and now it's running really good. All this green diamond right here shows all the Madrid ribbons are green. This thing is running. And I just want to mention, I'm going to put it in the live chat right now, and I will also put this over in a Bitcoin Daily View Telegram chat. This is Wolfie. He's a very, very cool character, amazing TA, and I'm kind of showing Link. So I wanted to just link this. I wanted to put a link to this guy here on TradingView. He's one of the blockchain education crew, and a member. And I'm going to put that there because if you like to follow people and get trading ideas on TradingView, if you have your notifications set, definitely Wolfie here is definitely somebody to follow. He's totally next level, and he gets into where we're at via the fib. Talks about this beautiful inverse head and shoulders, and also I think he mentioned I don't think I think he mentioned it, but something I see is, do you see the W pattern? See, anyway, this is not from him. This is just from me. Notice that the W pattern. W's, that's kind of not a perfect one, but W is kind of equal win. So anyway, guys, top of the RSI cave. It's pushing really hard. It's run quite a lot. Let's look at the indicators. It very well might just be getting started. I'll put this over in Bitcoin to leave you Telegram chat also. This really is definitely someone to follow on Telegram if you want good tips, and if you want to see some serious elite charting skills. This guy is really, really good. And with like he mentions, with staking said to release this year, this looks like a great opportunity to stock up on some Link at a discount. So I didn't know that Link was going to be staking. I mean, it would make sense. So heck, what if you got into some nice sweet Link here and it ran up? You know, you made some nice profit. So much profit, you're not worried about it even retracing. Start staking that thing. Boom, Link could definitely be a Lambo move in 2022 for you and me. So watching the shorts, yeah, the shorts are going to start coming in now. The sells are going to start coming in. But look at that, we got $1 million sell, $1 million buy, 724K buy, 650K buy. $1.8 million sell. Yeah, the bulls and the bears are. Oh, look at that, $1.4 million buy, 921K buy, $1.2 million buy, 775K buy. So we definitely have the bulls and the bears are getting after it. I think there's definitely some interest here amongst the big guys and gals to keep this thing up here at this level. Maybe there's a bit of a $1.8 million buy. Yeah, definitely. That's pretty damn risky right here. I would say that there's some confidence, especially with that daily MACD cross towards the positive. I do think a lot of eyes do watch this, and a daily MACD towards the positive. That's pretty darn wonderful, especially if people are figuring that even if it retraces a bit, which it might, even a nice healthy retrace is not that big of a deal. If you just look at like today's pump, let's just look at it explicitly. You could go down to a lot of logical levels here, and you probably could keep that positive MACD cross on the daily. So you go down. I mean, so let's see what happens, guys. You probably keep it even if you went down to like 41,841, that fib level there, the 382. Maybe even though that 5, you'd keep it. 41,100. 42,000. I mean, really, I think you keep that daily MACD cross even if you get down to you can stay above 42,000, and we're at 43,100 right now. So let's see what happens. Maybe we'll start getting a new sideways action. And if we do and we hold that, that is going to, especially once we stay above the 200 moving average here in the 45-minute chart for 12 hours or more. Let's measure it right now where we're at. We've been above 9 hours. So gosh, tomorrow morning, especially if we can stay positive, we're going to be 12 hours on, start hitting 24 hours on if we can stay up there with the new sideways range. Bam, beautiful. That's going to this is going to be alt season. So while the world is as insane as it's ever been, I hope my Russian friends over there, and gosh, our Ukrainian friends too, everybody who's getting their ass hammered right now, everybody who's worried about their climate, not their climate. The climate's the next thing they're going to go on about. The current, the current distraction or the current reality, if you're within it, and it is a reality. If you're worried about your hyperinflation from this, if you're worried about, gosh, and that could be Americans like causing this massive pump here, just worried about hyperinflation because oil right now, I do believe is, let's look at that. U.S. oil is what I usually use for that. U.S. oil. Where are you at today? Okay, so U.S. oil is at 95 right now. It's not over 100 anymore. We did have that brief run over to 100. Let's look at a daily chart. It matters when it's better. Yeah, definitely on a daily chart. We're above all the important moving averages. and we are under 100, thankfully. And let's see how that rolls. So we're at 95. Anyway, guys, gal, sorry if I'm kind of rambling. I'm just a little bit tired. And gosh, maybe I've been like reading too much news. So everybody, take a break. Don't look at the news too much. And let me actually show you something here. Something I like. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm seeing right here. This is something. Parallel universes of self. This is extremely wonderful, and it's got dolphins on the cover. I mean, it's got dolphins on the cover. Okay, it's friggin' wonderful. I'm gonna put this over in the live stream chat right now. I'm gonna put it over at Bitcoin Daily View chat. And really, if you could use a little, it doesn't hurt to unplug from the news right now. And this is really a wonderful audible to sit back and chill and listen to if you just want to seriously, without remorse, just dig some positive vibes. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. I love this book. Anyway, guys, create your own reality. And let that be a lot of wealth in 2022. We're going to get there. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you say, I'm not on Russia's side. I'm not on the Ukraine side. The only thing I don't like is NATO, because that will be the treaty. That will be like the World War II had, marching through Belgium, which ultimately created a treaty crisis, like a protection treaty crisis that kind of created World War II, at least on the Eastern Front. And NATO has been it has been. I think it was designed to be the treaty that would be broken that would cause World War III. And we'll look at what's happening. Anyway, guys, so take care. Visualize a world without NATO. Take care.